Hi there, knob lovers, and welcome to Top 5 Friday, a secret club where the first and only rule is do talk about plugins. I'm Tim Cant, and much like a Renegade Master, I'm back once again at this time to show you 5 of the most titillating Ableton Live racks I could get my hands on. Some of these racks are pretty weird, so leave your preconceptions at the door. And as always, let us know if you've got any top tips of your own. So at 5, we're taking it easy with AutoBeat. Sample Magic's Ableton bass instrument nips in at 4. It's the well-random Riff Generator Pro 2 at 3. Ableton Chord Rack by Loopmasters is our number 2, and Dope Matrix Mod Squad is chilling at the top spot. At 5, AutoBeat by K-Devices. Might look like half a drum rack glued onto an arpeggiator, but this probability-based sequencer has more to it than meets the eye. Each of its 8 notes houses an entire sequencer letting you set velocities, the probabilities of any notes being triggered, and the lengths of the notes you get. You can also drag MIDI clips out from AutoBeat into Ableton based on the settings you have at any given point. It's a simple sequencer, but its location in the track's device panel is what makes AutoBeat an inspiring solution for all types of producer. Okay, let's take a look at how we can use AutoBeat in practice. First thing you need to do is drag the sequencer onto a MIDI track. We're going to use the sequencer separately here. There is a big folder where you get a bunch grouped up with drum kits ready, but we're going to make our own thing. And so let's select a kit from the kit selection. I'm going to go for a nice dub one. Let's see what happens when we use AutoBeat to play our dub kit. Now you'll notice, even though we've only got a 1-bar sequence, it's sounding a little bit different every time it plays, and that's because of AutoBeat's randomization features. So let's see how those work. First we're going to reset everything. Now we're going to program a kit in here. We're using the chance lane at the moment, and if we set some chance values to 100, they will play every time because they have a 100% probability. Very simple. We change some of these to about 50, they'll play roughly half the time. There you go. Clearly, that sort of stuff is useful for creating sort of hat parts and things like that. Let's just go crazy and see what happens with that. We can also change their velocity values too with this lane. So yeah, pretty full-featured step sequencer there. Let's add some snares as well. All very well and good. You can also randomize these values yourself. So let's just click there. You can click away until you've got something you like. You can also randomize the velocity values as well. So yeah, why do the hard work yourself when the machine can? At 4, Ableton Bass Instruments by Sample Magic. This pack of racks contains not 1, not 2, not 9, not 11, but 10 down and dirty bass instruments. You'll naturally be delighted to hear that these include a Bass 808, which is unsurprisingly inspired by the Roland TR-808's ubiquitous kick sound, and is fortified with extra features designed to help sculpt your perfect bass tone. The pack also includes rumbling Reeses, acidic 303s, wobbles, subs, and plenty more to help you get that solid low end you crave. So let's look at Bass 808, which is obviously what a lot of people will be interested in this for. It's your standard 808 sub sound there, absolutely lovely. But look, we can mix in a bit of saw level. Also change the octave of this saw. And filter it too. Let's put a bit of drive and fuzz on there. We can also pump up the punchiness. Oh, there we go, with the kick knob. tune your decay / release. A bit of noise in there. So you really can tweak the sound a fair bit. And also there's this very exciting FX if you want to get real trippy with it. Wavy as you like. The 3, Random Riff Generator Pro 2 by Audio Modern. If you find melody making a bit hit and miss, this one's for you. Random Riff Generator Pro 2 starts out with a random sequence of notes and lets you randomize it again until you found something you like. The trick with this one is to tweak the settings and let Random Riff Generator Pro know exactly how you'd like your melody cooked. Maybe you'd like gappy 16th notes with a loose shuffle in the pentatonic scale, or perhaps Sir would prefer some droning, pitchy chromatic slides. The controls at the top let you guide exactly how the randomizer will affect your melody line. Random Riff Generator Pro 2 is also available as part of Audio Modern's Random Generators bundle alongside Chords Generator and Groove Generator. So Random Riff Generator Pro 2 might look a bit complicated, but it's actually a kind of relatively simple step sequencer crossed with an arpeggiator, I guess. All you had to do was choose a key. Let's choose a scale. Let's go for harmonic minor, crazy guys. And then you click the randomization button and it makes you a nice little riff. Not happy with it? Change it up. You can tweak it yourself. Let's go for something a bit different. And turning down this value will increase the likelihood of there being muted notes. And you can lock these muted notes. So if you like that rhythm, you can say, okay, I'm going to lock that. And then you can randomize the other stuff around it. And you can do stuff like shuffling, change the duration of the notes, slide things around. Yeah, really inspirational little tool. At 2, Ableton Chord Rack by Loop Masters. This isn't your everyday live rack. This is actually 2 masterful MIDI processors, one for progressions and one for single chords. The single chords rack is great for one-finger chords, as it works with every note on your keyboard. The progressions rack, on the other hand, intelligently combines chords that work together, giving you solid chord sets to start a track with. It's the first macro knob in each track that selects the chord or progression, and the others are set up to dial in other unique characteristics such as velocity, note expression, or arpeggiation. Chord Rack is a very simple little package, but one that is inspirational and a lot of fun. So I'm just going to demonstrate it with Serum here. I've got real simple super saw patch. Nothing too crazy. Let's turn on the single chord generator. So that plays the same chord up and down the keyboard. Great fun for making lots of little ravey riffs. If you want to go a little deeper, then why not play with the progressions? Now, these work on the octave of C2, and let's bring that up here. And each note is a different chord. And there's tons to play with. Tons of fun. You can mess with the velocity and stuff. Bit of a randomization there for expression. And there's an arpeggiator too. Musical madness on tap. And at number 1, the Dope Matrix Mod Squad by Sonic Faction. Need an inspiring Max for Live device to add to your Ableton arsenal? Well, how about over 20 of them? That's what you get with this huge pack of effects from Sonic Faction, including sequencers, modulators, and control devices to modulate other devices. These effects are also great for sequencing using push, as they were built with this kind of usage in mind. But even if you're just using them as processors in their own right, this is a crazy amount of power to add to your setup. Highly recommended as part of the mod squad is the Auto Panda, a sort of dual modulated filter effect that's super fun and super cute. Dope Matrix Mod Squad is an esoteric selection of sound generators and effects. To put it mildly, it takes a little bit of getting used to. They recommend you start with this thing, which is their default group, where you have 4 channels of, or chains I should say, of stacked instruments. There's some crazy digital stuff here. And you can replace those with other instruments from here. It's pretty easy to create some horrendous tones if that's what you're into. But let's say we want to modulate something. Well, it's got its own control devices. Now you're supposed to put these in the last little bracket thing here. Let's map that to modulate to the frequency. Okay, let's play back and see what we can do with this. That's not horrendous enough. Let's add some audio effects to that. I really like the Rezo pad. That is a pretty good look. Let's make it weirder. Why not, guys? Oh, goodness. So if you like abstract soundscapes and weird things like that, this is definitely a one to check out. Well, I'm afraid it's bad news time, guys, because A, that's the end of the show. B, there aren't any demo versions of any of those products, so I don't know what you're going to do until next time. But don't worry, because we'll be back soon for some more plugin-based fun. Smell you later.